Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Chuckle Nugget watches Babylon 5 for the very first time. If you don't understand what that means, go back and watch our last episode with Jeff. Hey, listen, we are here today to watch the second part of A Voice in the Wilderness. This was an episode that last week I said, I don't know why we watched this as two separate episodes. Now, I trust the people who told us, specifically the person who told us to watch this as two separate parts. So awesome. I'm expecting big things out of today's episode. I'm sure we'll get a previously on Babylon 5 because that's the way these things tend to work. And I have no idea where this is going. I expect it was the Vorlons that came through the jump gate. I could be wrong. That's who I think it was. That's really where we left it. They got the dude from the planet back up onto Babylon 5. Jump gate opened. There was a beacon coming out from the world. Delenn has her friend Droll, I think was his name. And I said on the show, I think he's going to become like the replacement for the dude they just pulled off the planet. That's my thought. So I don't know. Let's find out. That's my guess. I've never seen this before. I'm going to watch it for the very first time. So you guys join in as we watch Babylon 5, A Voice in the Wilderness, Part 2.
Previously on Babylon 5.
I told you there'd be a previously on.
I want that med team at Bay 14 in 10 minutes. I'll meet them there.
We've got a ship coming through the jump gate.
Fine.
Mr. Garibaldi, it's big.
There it is. It's the Vorlon. He went, and they froze the screen last week. Oh, that doesn't look like. Is that Earth Force?
This is Captain Ellis Pierce, the Earth Alliance Starship Hyperion. We are assuming control over this situation.
Wow. Okay, I gotta be honest. That is as almost unsatisfying as Best of Both Worlds when Riker goes, Commander Worf, fire. I'm sorry, Lieutenant Worf. I don't remember exactly which one he said. Fire. And then they cut, and you had to wait for 3 months, and it comes back, and he goes to fire, and it just won't fire. Like, it's like, that's how you're gonna get out of that? That's what this feels like to me right now. It's just unsatisfying. Like, I was expecting something huge, and no, it's just an Earth ship. Although they are coming to take over the situation, I assume they're also going to try to take over the station. Let's find out.
How is he?
I've managed to stabilize his condition, but we won't know for a while. Still trying to work out his biology.
So how do you know that you've stabilized his condition?
Dr. Pierce is coming aboard.
What's the status of your prisoner?
The patient is in med lab. His condition uncertain.
Patient.
Why
Prisoner.
don't you go down there and hold a
Patient.
gun to his head, Captain? Maybe a show of force will help in that situation, too. Enjoy the accommodations, Captain. I'll do everything I can to make sure your stay here is a brief one. That's all.
He just dismissed the captain. Okay, so this is feeling way better than the last episode. I got to tell you, like, I honestly almost feel like we should have skipped the last episode. We would have gotten everything we needed out of the recap from the front of the video, or from the front of this episode, and just gone straight to this video, because this one feels like the real episode. And frankly, this one feels very much like a Star Trek type episode. You know, somebody coming in, trying to assume command. They're doing it in all the wrong way. Hello, Captain Jellicoe. Let's find out what happens.
It would appear that Earth Alliance President Luis Santiago is bowing to pressure by the Earth Senate.
I hope Garibaldi's drinking water.
Go get them, boys. Show
We'll
them
have more on
crummy
this when we come back.
Marzies. Ask me, the solution's real simple. Pump in morph gas, go in there and break some heads, every mother-loving one of them. Teach them
Mother-loving.
here. That'd take care of them, just like magic.
Magic? Want to see magic? I got a little magic trick for you.
You're under arrest.
Magically pass through the top of the bar.
Hey, let go!
Got it.
No.
I'll tell you what. I'll go.
No.
look at my
Garibaldi
stuff.
needs to
We're
go.
still
He
talking
needs
trash
to.
about killing Marzies.
You know, I know he's personal about
I'm
that,
sorry,
but he's
Commander.
chief of security.
This
You
decision comes
cannot
from
do
higher
that.
in the chain of command.
Cannot do
There
that.
is nothing I can do.
By the way, can I talk about this just for a moment? I want to point this out in the video. It's right there. I have loved this. I've noticed this for the last couple of episodes. This Sinclair aircraft thing that he has in his quarters. I think that's super cool. So he says, "This is my place," and the senator goes, "Nuh-uh." Now, this senator, we've seen him several times over the course of the season. This was the guy, I think, that sicked the strikebreaker back in Any Means Necessary. He put the guy in. This guy doesn't seem to be like a high-level senator. Like, he doesn't seem to have a whole lot of power. He's like, look, I'm on your side, but I can't do anything because the Senate wants to do X, Y, Z. But Sinclair's got a point. He's like, until the president tells me otherwise, I'm still in command and I'm taking whatever he needs to do. But then he also offered to resign over it. And I don't like that. I like Sinclair sticking to his guns and not even sharing jurisdiction.
On my way.
Uh-oh, are we going to get scruffy Sinclair again by the end of this
Flight of ships
episode?
to Ambassador. Do you really want to know what's going on down there right now?
Yes.
Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom.
She's not lying.
Never get a straight answer from
That's-
anyone around here.
She's not lying, though. Pizza. They have pizza on Babylon 5. That's awesome. You can't get a
come in.
steak, but they get pizza.
If we have to evacuate, you know we'll never get everyone off the station. I'd appreciate it if you could make sure Ivanova gets on the last ship out. She'll want to stay, but she's got her whole career ahead of her.
You know, Sinclair looking out for Ivanova like that is top notch. There really is. That's top notch. I mean, Sinclair gets a lot of guff from me, but him looking out for Ivanova, that's really top notch. But also, the way he comes in and talks to Garibaldi here, like, he's not going to fire him. He's not going to fire him over it, although he probably should, to be honest with you. You can't just go beating people up. Although we've also established on Babylon 5, people just beat each other up in the public areas, and nobody ever gets anything unless you like take a knife to him and try to kill him like Natoth did to Deathwalker. But Sinclair comes in and leads them really well. I can't have you being like that. You have to be sharp. This is too urgent of a situation. So that's good stuff from Sinclair. I can't wait to hear Jeff's comments on that as kind of a leadership guru and what he thinks. But here we are, Drawl. He's about to get his new assignment.
Oh, you destroy all without the heart.
He is the heart, and Drawl is going to be the heart. I nailed it. I nailed it. Oh, I'm so good.
We're going. What are you going to do? Shoot us down?
If that's what's required to protect this station, yes.
We've got a ship coming through the jump gate.
Is it the Vorlons? I have no idea what
Stand by.
Ooh. It's the replicators. Any Stargate fans out there?
Worst case of testosterone poisoning I've ever seen.
Is it been here all this time and you haven't contacted us?
Watch this great place being built. Learn your words. You must stop them.
Is he the one responsible for the previous 4 Babylon stations
not for them.
getting destroyed?
It's not for this time.
The planet is falling apart.
Yes.
Yeah, it needs a new battery.
Without Guardian.
And we stop your people!
He's right. The transport's heading down to the planet.
There we go. That's got Londo and Drawl.
Launch fighters, fire at will.
Launch fighters.
There they go. It's so simple, but looks so awesome.
God,
That launch sequence.
whoever's piloting that shuttle's a madman.
It's Londo. Well, Garibaldi did make it in. Okay. See, it's at this point you go, you can't lose Garibaldi, you can't lose Delenn, you can't lose Londo, because they're all on the DVD cover. Either the other 2 guys, Drawl and the dude that's dying, and since the dude that's dying, it's gotta be Drawl. Like, don't put him back. He's just gonna. What's he doing? Why? I don't understand why Varn is there. Is he just there to like show him what to do?
What the?
Garibaldi, go away.
Have created a pocket of air for you.
The machine that controls.
Why do they get nose
the mind
cannulars
to run.
and Garibaldi has to have
Or
a
it
full
will
face
destroy
mask?
itself.
So you're going back in? Is that it?
No, I am.
Told you.
I will take his place.
But will he fit? He looks a little more chuckle nugget
There has
size
to be another way.
to me than
There
the other
is
guy
no
does.
other way.
You know, I give Babylon 5 a lot of flack for a lot of these guest actors that they bring on, even some of their main cast sometimes.
Where's that?
But
On the other side, enemy ships keeping
that guy's wonderful.
Coming around again.
And the guy who's playing Pierce, I love this guy. I don't know who he is. I see him all over the place.
On.
I really like him.
Sit.
Time is right. We will be here waiting for you.
in another 500 years.
Until then.
Yeah, so this is going to be something that comes back like in the final battle of the last season or something like that.
Commander, the enemy ship is moving again. It's headed toward the planet.
What, didn't they get the message?
They got
No,
it.
they're going to get blowed. I mean, that's no cheaply missile that can be shot out of the air. Dang, you just obliterated people.
President Santiago confirms that you have primary jurisdiction over the Babylon station and this sector of space. My regrets if I exceeded my authority.
Apologies accepted.
He
Have
was
a safe trip.
Look, honestly, he was just acting on the information he had. You know, he was told by the Senate to go do it. The Senate got overruled by the president. That's not his fault.
Look, Lise, these relays get kind of weird, so we don't have a lot of time. I just wanted to say that,
Michael.
please, let me finish. I've made a
Never
lot of
do that.
mistakes in my life.
Let the person finish.
I thought maybe we could work things out if...
Michael. I can't.
She's
Well, that's the
married.
job.
I'm married.
Saw that one coming. That's tough.
Mr.
That's so
Garibaldi?
tough.
What the hell kind of a name is Frank?
Right? I was having the same
Nice,
thought.
Brent.
That's a voice in the wilderness. You know, I still kind of stand by. We could have just done without the first episode and just gone straight to the second episode. First episode did nothing but set it up. I still don't know that we needed to separate them into two separate episodes. Although I'm glad to have had that one to like just sort of digest it, and then here's this one, because it almost doesn't feel like enough material for two full episodes. And I think if we would have watched it as one episode, it might have felt more skimpy. But the second episode, I mean, as my buddy Matt on Beam Me Up says, that's good TV. Like, that is just good TV. And it does exactly what you want it to. I love when stories set you up for an expectation and then they deliver. You know, sometimes it's nice to have expectations subverted, but generally speaking, when you tell people through the plot devices of the story, this is where we're going, you need to go there, usually, generally speaking, you know? So I very much appreciated that. I did enjoy this episode. I mean, yeah, the dude's the new battery. There's the self-sacrifice element. There's Pierce coming in, taking over control when he really didn't have the authority to do it. But again, that's not necessarily on him. He's acting the way that he should act, given what he was told by the Senate, which, you know, they're kind of in charge, except for the president came in and overrode them all. And Sinclair was right yet again. So, yeah, I enjoyed this episode. It was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I was very into the episode. I'm sorry if I didn't have a ton of reactions out of this one. I think I was just enthralled by the episode. So, you guys, listen, you want to hear our full thoughts? I've got a little bit of time before I've got to go in and record with Jeff. The last couple, like, these have been butted right up against each other. I got a bit of time. So I've got some time to digest this one a little bit and think about it. So you guys make sure you join us on Monday when we release our new episode with Jeff. He's going to join me and we'll talk everything about this episode and we'll dive into it and we'll plummet for the overanalyzed messages and things like that. So love you guys. You guys are awesome. Hey, comment down below. Let me know what's up and make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon, all the sort of stuff you guys know how to do on YouTube. I'll see you next time, guys.